help me and make some rhythm, this is your opportunity to get up and grab a shaker, so feel welcome to do that. And we're going to sing it. So this, I'll be telling you this multiple times throughout the service, but some of us have just come from a retreat this weekend, and we're going to be bringing a lot of the music from this weekend's retreat into this morning's service so that we can share the energy that we cultivated this weekend with you. So repeat after me. The words go like this: weave and spin. Weave and spin.
Weave and spin.
This is how the world begins.
This is how the world begins.
Mend and heal.
Mend and heal.
Mend and heal.
Mend and heal.
Take this dream and make it real.
Take this dream and make it real.
Strand by strand.
Strand by strand.
Hand over hand.
Hand over hand.
Thread by thread.
Thread by thread.
We weave this web.
We weave this web.
And this is also in honor of, it's about to be May Day, and in the last couple of years we've done a maypole here, which we're not doing this year just for logistics, but we're going to call it in today. So this weaving is about how we weave our intentions, how we weave our lives together to build the world that we are calling forward. You're going to get it real quick. The song's very easy and repetitive, and it goes like this. Weave and spin, weave and spin. This is how the world begins. Mend and heal, mend and heal. Take this dream and make it real. Strand by strand, hand over hand, thread by thread, we weave this web. Weave and spin, weave and spin. This is how the world begins. Mend and heal, mend and heal. Take this dream and make it real. Strand by strand, hand over hand, thread by thread, we weave this web. Weave and spin, weave and spin. This is how the world begins. Mend and heal, mend and heal. Take this dream and make it real. Strand by strand, hand over hand, thread by thread, we weave this web. Weave and spin, weave and spin. This is how the world begins. Mend and heal, mend and heal. Take this dream and make it real. Strand by strand, hand over hand, thread by thread, we weave this web. Weave and spin, weave and spin. This is how Thread by thread, we weave this web. Thank you. Take a deep breath. Whew. Gitanjali?
So the other thing that we have been doing in our synthesis retreat is starting our mornings with the words of the Dalai Lama. You know these words, we've sung them before. Every day, think as you wake up. Today I am fortunate to have woken up. I am alive. I've got a precious human life. And I'm not going to waste it. Hell no. But we'll say, whoa. So you know this. If you want to get up and move around, if you want to share this with your neighbors, if you want to share it with yourself and the wide world, do that. Here we go, sing every day. Think as you wake up. Today I'm fortunate. Today I'm fortunate to have woken up. I am alive. I've got a precious human life. I'm not going to waste it. Oh, no. And I'm not gonna waste it. Oh, every day, think as you wake up. Today I'm fortunate to have woken up. I am alive. I've got a precious human life. And I'm not gonna waste it. Whoa, every day, think as you wake up. Today I'm fortunate to have woken up. I am alive. I got a precious human life. I'm not gonna waste it. Whoa, every day, think as you wake up. Today I'm fortunate to have woken up. I am alive. I got a precious human life. And I'm not gonna waste it. One more time every day. I gotta think as you wake up that today I'm fortunate to have woken up. I am alive. I've got a precious human life. And I'm not gonna waste it. Whoa.
Woo. Stay standing because we're going to do one more. So one of the things we've been doing all weekend, those of us who've been here in this little deep dive, we've been working with the directions. And each session, we've been calling in the 7 directions. We've been acknowledging the ancestors and the elements and all the different pieces of us. And so we are in the high point of spring. And spring is really, we represent with the direction of the east. It is childhood, right? It is the early beginnings. It's the newness, the freshness of life. And so we are going to use a deep and ancient sacred practice of calling in the directions that I like to call the invokey pokey. To bring in our childhood energy as we acknowledge the 7 directions. So by all means, get enough room around yourself to do the invokey pokey. You know the dance. And so the words are a little different because we're going to call the east side in and we're going to call the east side out. We're going to call the east side in, we're going to call the east side out. We're going to do the invokey pokey, and we're going to turn ourselves around because that's what it's all about. Yeah. All right? So, you're going to follow me. We're going to go to all 7 directions. It starts off in the east because that's the season we're in, and it goes like this. Here we go. We call the east side in, we call the east side out, we call the east side in, and we shake it all about. We do the invokey pokey and we turn ourselves around. And that's what it's all about. South side, we call the south side in. We call the south side out. We call the south side in and we shake it all about. We do the invokey pokey and we turn ourselves around. And that's what it's all about. West side, we call the west side in. We call the west side out. We call the west side in and we shake it all about. We do the invokey pokey and we turn ourselves around. And that's what it's all about. North side, we call the north side in. We call the north side out. We call the north side in and we shake it all about. We do the invokey pokey and we turn ourselves around. And that's what it's all about. Above, we call above in. We call above out. We call above in and we shake it all about. We do the invokey pokey and we turn ourselves around. And that's what it's all about. Below, we call below in. We call below out. We call below it, and we shake it all about. We do the invokey pokey, and we turn ourselves around. And that's what it's all about. Within, we call within, in. We call within, out. We call within, in, and we shake it all about. We do the invokey pokey, and we turn ourselves around. And that's what it's all about. Hey! Woo! So, take a moment, welcome each other into the space, say hello to each other, introduce yourself to somebody you don't know. To those of you who are viewing us online on YouTube and Facebook, we're so grateful that you're here. Put your name and location in the chat, say hello, good morning.
Good morning. Oh, happy Sunday. Oh, y'all, I only get like 2 minutes of fame and I would like it to end as quickly as possible. Yeah. Good morning. Oh, I promise we'll continue to love on each other. But we have some very important announcements, your favorite part of the show, I'm sure. A grand rising and welcome everyone to our Sunday celebration service here at Center for Spiritual Living Santa Cruz. If you haven't already, please make sure your phones are on silent. A special welcome to those viewing us on YouTube and Facebook. We're so happy you tuned in. We are so pleased you chose to join us this morning. Whether you're here or in person or viewing online, we welcome you to the center. My name is Jason. My pronouns are he and him. My last name, Osmanski, comes from my mother, which comes by way of Poland and Turkey. My father's last name, Benno, is from Italy and Germany. We have a very special morning planned for you. We have practitioner Sky Leona leading our spiritual practice, and Reverend Tamara Merrill holding us in prayer throughout service. Thank you. Our musical muses today is our Minister of Music, Gitanjali Lori Rivera, with Lauren Detchenberg on the keys, Brian Quinn on bass, Michael Santa Cruz on percussion, and Scott Nordgren on sax. Thank you. And our message will be delivered through Reverend Elisha Christopher. Stay after service today for social hour and potluck. Thanks to everyone with last names S through Z. Next week, everyone with last names A through F, you're invited to bring something for our community share. Stay later today for dances of Universal Peace with special dance leader Gitanjali Lori Rivera. And for those of you that didn't get the memo last week, our annual meeting of the members will be held on Sunday, May 19th at 12:15, both inline and in person. So if you are a member of the CSL Santa Cruz, please be sure to be here for that. And then join us this Saturday the 4th for Yala Latti's spring concert at 7 p.m. We're very excited to welcome them back. Be sure to purchase tickets in advance because that will sell out. So you want to make sure you purchase tickets like today. There is literally an entire week packed full of things that you can do here at the center. So instead of reading them out all by one, I am going to invite you to sign up for our e-news, which the sign-up sheet is in our social hall. You can also check out our website at cslsantacruz.org or check out our Facebook because I've been posting things there as well. Register today for a spiritual psychology for everyday living with Amy Chen Mills. This is a 6-week course beginning this Thursday on May 2nd. This course is for activists, helpers, and change agents, offering a simple route to grounding in the face of current challenges. And then we also have Reverend Grace's upcoming reading groups, beginning May 7th and meeting each first and third Tuesday from 7 to 8. Dying with Grace will read Life After Life by Raymond A. Moody, Jr., MD. And then beginning the next week on the 14th, for the second and fourth Tuesdays, just for fun, we'll be reading Ishmael by Daniel Quinn. So if you want to see all of the information, be sure to check out our website and e-news. All of that, and including the registrations, are there online. The Felt Street Flea Market is back for fourth Sundays. May through September, we need a ton of volunteers, so if you want to participate in that and have a lot of fun with us, please see me or Eli or send an email to becky@cslsantacruz.org. That's BECKY. And practitioners and ministers are always available for prayer after service, whether you have a heavy heart or something to celebrate or just want somebody to pray for you. It is their joy to sit and pray with you. You can also send a prayer request to prayer@cslsantacruz.org or stick one in the prayer box in the foyer. After service, all of our practitioners will be here up at the stage. And I'd like to close with a little reading. We have within us a power that is greater than anything we shall ever contact in the outer. A power that can overcome every obstacle in our life and set us safe, satisfied and at peace, healed and prosperous, in a new light and a new life. That's from Ernest Holmes. Sky. Thank you.
I'm on. Okay. Please join me with our mission, purpose, and vision statement. And please read this mindfully to yourselves as well. Our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and global transformation. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Our vision is a world that works for everyone and all life on earth. We are a community dedicated to possibility. Great. And now I would like us to kind of like listen really hard to what this inclusion statement is really saying about our inheritance of this land right now. We stand with all the centers for spiritual living around the world, grounded in knowing that the teachings of Ernest Holmes speak directly to liberty, equality, equity, inclusion, human rights, compassion, safety, self-determination, and spiritual living. For that reason, we are unambiguously in support of the lives of Black, Indigenous, and people of color. We are unambiguously in the support of gender equality and equity. We are unambiguously in support of LGBTQI plus lives, and unambiguously in support of women being sole decision makers about their lives, well-being, dignity, and choices. And now let's do a land acknowledgement. So as we prepare to listen to this, please take a moment to feel the ground beneath your feet, and take a deep breath in, and hear these words. And so we begin our morning by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is the unceded territory of the Awaswas-speaking Yupi tribe, the Ama Mutsun tribal band. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the ancestral and current struggle of the original peoples of this land. And now, as we move into spiritual mind treatment, I'd like to do this reading from Ernest Holmes. Since this whole, I keep hearing the word, our life. The greatest gift life could have, made to you, to us, is ourselves. You are a spontaneous, self-choosing center in life. In the greatest drama of being, the great joy of becoming, the certainty of eternal expansion. Life will be to you what you are to it. Taking that deep breath in, and I know this truth. I know myself as an integral part of all I perceive. I am blessed in every breath with that connection, with that one infinite wisdom. As I know this truth for me, I know this truth for all of us here, creating this sacred space for this next space of time. It is in us, as us, and because of us that all that unfolds here, infinite wisdom from the talk inspiration from the music, community with all of us here sharing together. All of this is what we are now creating already. So I give thanks for who and what we are. I glory in it. I glory in the unconditional love that we are. I accept it. I am willing to own it and be it. And as I know this is my truth, I know this truth for all of you here now. We are blessed. I leave these words in the subjective mind already in the process of saying yes to all of us here. And so it is.
Thank you, Sky. And as we more fully arrive into this space to be open to the words that are about to come through our dear friend, Reverend Elijah, we say the words of Moses, Hineni, here I am. This is another song that we've been using through our retreat. So we'll sing it several times, and as you learn it, please sing it along with us. Hineni, I will answer your call. Hineni, beloved, use me as I am. Hineni, I surrender to it all. Here I am. Hineni, I will answer your call. Hineni, beloved, use me as I am. Hineni, I surrender to it all. Here I am. Hineni, I will answer your call. Hineni, I will answer your beloved, use me as I am. Hineni, beloved, use me as I surrender to it all. Hineni, I surrender to it all. Here I am. Hineni, I will answer your call. Hineni, beloved, use me as I am. Hineni, I surrender to it all. Here I am. Hineni, I will answer your call. Hineni, beloved, use me as I am. Hineni, I surrender to it all. Here I am. Hineni, here I am. Here I am. Hineni, here I am. Here I am.
Thank you. Good morning, friends. Let's begin with a few breaths together. So exhale it all first. And take a deep breath in. And let it go. Another deep breath in. And let it go. Another deep breath, breathe in. And let it go. So good morning. I'm just so grateful to welcome you into this space because, as you've mentioned before, there's a group of us who've been in this space in retreat all weekend. And it's the folks who've been with me on my synthesis journey who are in the chapter 4 class. And so they're at least 2 years into this material, and we come together. We're mostly online. Many of us live all over the country. And so we come together a couple times a year to do the work in person. And you know, one of the things we've been doing this weekend is we've been calling in the directions. We've been working with our ancestors. We've been doing a lot of deep work. And so one of our intentions with this morning was to really just bring the energy of what we've been cultivating this weekend here to you, community, as a gift to this space. And to each one of us. And so all the altars are still here. This altar was in the center of the room all weekend. We've brought it up front to just continue to hold the space. And many of you who have been here in the last couple years might know of my beloved friend Firefly, who was part of that community, who had an accident in Germany almost 2 years ago. And so her seat is over here on the other side of, in the east altar right now. She's been with us all weekend as well. And so we just hold the space for her. And so I really want to talk to you about kind of the deeper pieces of what this synthesis work is all about. And if you don't know, just to give you the brief history, you know, I was trained as a minister in religious science and Centers for Spiritual Living. And at the same time that I started my ministerial training, I was introduced to and had the opportunity to become a student and mentee of Dr. Jean Houston, who is a global presence. She's one of the people who is one of the founders of the Human Potential Movement. She has worked with the United Nations and peoples all over the world doing deep transformational work. And as I was in my training time, I was simultaneously being trained in religious science or science of mind or Centers for Spiritual Living or whatever we call this thing, and also in social artistry, which is Jean Houston's work. And when I came out the other side of all of these trainings, which are happening parallel, the two lines of study had kind of woven together and become something new inside of me. And so that's one of the reasons that I call the work synthesis, is because it's the overlap of various teachings, not just those two, but there's many more that have been woven in. And along the way, I came across a book on New Thought and the history of this movement that we're a part of, and in there was a section talking about the spiritual laws that we are working with. And oftentimes we hear about, you know, spiritual laws like the law of attraction, right? We've probably all heard of that one at least. And in all of my training, I'd always learned about these laws, but no one had ever actually given us, like, here's what they are. Just so you're working with them. It's useful to know what they might be. And so at some point, I came across this idea of the law of synthesis, which actually comes from literary philosophy. Right? In literary philosophy, you have two ways of discussing. There's your thesis, your argument for whatever you're talking about, and there's the antithesis, the antithesis, the argument against whatever the point is. And then there's synthesis. And the law of synthesis states that any time two seemingly different or opposing ideas are brought together, a third higher idea can be created that doesn't compromise either of the original two. Right? And I grabbed onto this law. And it has become my filter. It's become my lens. It's become the way that I think. I'm constantly synthesizing. And one of the things that I really deeply believe about the world that we live in right now, this world that seems so divisive, this world that seems so right and left, this world that seems so on this side or that side of a border or an issue or a war, there's so much opposition in the world that we live in. And what the world needs more than anything are people who are capable of looking at both sides of a situation and looking for the third higher idea that doesn't compromise either of the two, that can bring us together. Right? And so a big piece of this work is about training us to think in overlapping circles. To think about the issues of our life, to think about the issues of the world, to think about the things you're passionate about, the things that you want to work on, and then see how those overlap, how they relate, how they connect to other issues, to other things, to other people, right? And in that overlap, something more becomes available. New thoughts, new ideas, new ways of being. Right? And so we're in this constant place of generativity, of bringing the newness forward. And so in the process, there's at least 52 concepts in synthesis. I'm not going to give you them all this morning. But I want to share a few of them with you. And one of the elements that we work with is this idea that we call exhortation. And exhortation is it's a word that means urgency, necessity, to call, to push, to incite forward. And so we in the synthesis community, each person is invited to choose a project, something that you feel that you want to work on in your life. And then as we develop that thing, we start to look for what is the exhortation that's underneath that, right? If you're wanting to heal the dis-ease in your body, if you're wanting to start a business, if you're wanting to fall in love, if you're wanting to write a book, why? Yeah. And not just why for you, but why for the world? What does the world need from you that this idea, this thing that is right in front of you that's yours to deal with, how is that a seed of the world that we want to create? Right? And so we each choose a project, but we follow that project. We let it evolve. We let it take us. We let it carry us. And so much of the process of synthesis is about learning to follow, learning to be led, learning to allow what is showing up as the urgency in our lives. You've often heard me say, follow your disturbance. We look at the urgency in our lives as an invitation to move towards something. Right? And so often the world of news and media and fear and hype and all of that wants to motivate us by pushing us with fear. But we want to be motivated by being pulled by a vision. And so part of the work is to continuously reach forward to the vision of your life flourishing, to the vision of your project being fulfilled. And then we take that even further out and we go, let's look at the world 50 years from now. Let's look at the world that we're building for the future generations. And as we keep touching that, the urgency, the power, the truth of that vision starts to wake up in us. And then we become connected to the possible future that we're calling ourselves towards, and we become drawn towards it. But if we try to push and force ourselves there, we're going to end up with the world we're currently building right now, which is not the one we want. We want to build a new world, right? Yeah. And so this exhortation, this idea of urgency, is also kind of the state of the world we live in. Right? And so we get to look at the urgency that the world is providing us, each one of us, as an invitation to step into what is ours to do. And so I want to share a brief practice with you, because part of the following, part of the deeper awareness is realizing that there's something that's always been calling each one of us. And for us to learn how to connect with that in some way. And so I want to lead you through a practice, which is one of our core practices in synthesis. And if you are able to and want to, I invite you to stand up and find a little bit of space around yourself. If you want to move into the aisles, you can do that. And if you're watching online or you're watching the recording later, you can also stand up wherever you are and do this process with us. And Lauren, if you'd be willing to just play with me as we do this, it'd be great. Thank you. So here's what I want you to do. First is just take a moment and just center yourself. And just take a deep breath in and let go. And I want you first just to place your hands on your heart. And just bring your awareness to that heart space. We live so much of our lives in our heads, planning, wanting to make things happen. But I want to invite us to drop our attention down to our heart, to the part of ourselves that feels the pull, the part of us that falls in love, the part of us that catches the lure of our dreams and feels it. And so just breathe ever deeper into that heart space. And I want you to imagine for a moment, in whatever way you imagine, maybe you just think about these ideas, maybe it'll conjure some imagery. But imagine for a moment that every step of the way, since perhaps even before you were born, there is a current that moves through the universe, that moves through your heart. And that current is also a path. It is also the way, the unique way that you walk in the world. It's who you want to be. It's the life that's calling you. It's what you're dreaming of. That current is moving through each one of us. And as we catch the current, we feel inspired. As we catch the current, we feel like we want to move somewhere. As we catch the current, we fall in love. As we catch the current, we get new ideas. As we feel the pull, as we feel the draw of that current, it moves us towards who we are becoming. So imagine that you can feel that current moving through you right now. And it goes off into the distant future, and it becomes you. But it goes beyond into who you could become, and it becomes the world that is becoming after us. It's becoming the world that each one of us is helping to build. And imagine that all the way down the line, you notice a presence calling you forward. And it whispers back down the current, "Come be me." And so I want to invite you to rub your hands together. And place your palms flat out in front of you. And take a deep breath in. And if you are so willing, I invite you to invite that presence to come ever closer into this space, coming up the current from the future to you right now. And imagine that you could feel suddenly their hands pressing against yours. And imagine for a moment that right now you can feel as if there is a presence standing right in front of you that is the lure, that is the you that you would become, not only in this lifetime, but if you had 1,000 lifetimes to become the best possible version of yourself, to live into all of your gifts, to explore all the possibilities, the version of you that is constantly saying, "Come be me," the one who is whispering into your dreams the vision of who you could become, they're standing in front of you right now. And in your mind's eye, just imagine for a moment what it might feel like for this one to be gazing upon you where you are in your life right now. Because this is your highest potential. But they also see you in context. They know every decision you've made and why. They see that you've never made a mistake. They see that every wrong turn has led you to the right place. This presence reminds you that you've always been on the right path, that they've always been there with you, that they've been calling you forward every step of the way, that it is this presence who called you into this world that said, "Come be me, come be born." It is this presence that has been calling you every step of the way, guiding your body, guiding your mind, guiding you. It's your intuition. It's that whisper. It's the lure of becoming. So take a deep breath in. I want you to reach your arms forward ever a little bit more. And just invite that presence, if you're willing again, to step into you right where you are. And as you do so, just take one tiny little step backwards and bring your hands into your heart. And feel that presence step in. Feel that intuition. Feel that knowledge. Feel that wisdom. Feel that love washing over you right now. And then I want you to stand up a little taller. Breathe in a little deeper. Open your shoulders, lift your eyebrows, smile a little bit, open yourself, and feel yourself being inhabited by the you that you are becoming. And then feel the world that is emerging, the world that could emerge, if each one of us, if all of us stepped into our potential, if each one of us said yes to that which is ours to do, if each one of us stopped fighting and started moving, if we were stopped listening to the pain and we started listening to the vision, if each one of us stepped into the fullness of who we could be, imagine what the world would be like. Imagine what the world would be like for the future generations. Imagine what we are building, what we are creating, who we are becoming, if we would just say yes to that which is ours to do. And so just hold that for a moment. And take another deep breath in. And let go. Another deep breath. And let go. One more deep breath in. And let go. Bring your hands together in a prayer pose. I'm going to lead you in a very simple breath practice. And it is my understanding that when Moses sat with the burning bush and asked it its name, one of the translations we get is that the name, the bush, the presence of God, the voice of the universe said, "I am that which I am becoming." And then he heard a name. But that name is not a word. The name is a truth. I'm going to breathe this name, and then I'm going to invite you to breathe it with me 3 more times. As a reminder of the truth of who we are, as a reminder that there is a current moving through each one of us, as a reminder that there is a presence that is breathing us. And so listen first. And then we're going to breathe this together 3 times. Breathe in with me. Again, breathe. One more breath. Breathe it in. And so if you will, just allow that to land. If you need to sit, I invite you to sit. If you're comfortable standing, remain standing. As I just remind us once again that each one of us is being breathed by something greater than we are. That there is one seamlessness, that there is one life, that there is one infinite being that is unfolding in, through, and as everything that is. It is the divine mind. It is the life of the universe. But what I know is that it is my mind. It is each one of our minds. It is the life that is living through us because there is only one of us here. We are the universe. We are the earth life. We are one global family with all of life. And what I know is that each one of us are the unique individualized ways that the allness of this possibility is bringing itself into actuality. I know that in this great, glorious universe, there is a unique current that flows through each one of us. Let us open today to allow that current to carry us. Let's stop fighting. Let's stop going against the stream. Let's start moving with the flow. Let's allow ourselves to be carried towards a world that works for everyone. Let's allow ourselves to be activated. Let's allow ourselves to be lifted up. Let's allow ourselves to become the people that we're meant to be. so that we can live a life in celebration, that life is who we are, so that we can live a life of gratitude because the earth life gives us everything that we need. Let's learn to live in harmony so that we can be in celebration, so that we can be in gratitude, so that we can live in truth and in right relationship with life. And then continue to surrender to that which is breathing us. Allowing ourselves to be breathed. Allowing ourselves to be lived. Allowing the more of us to show up. And so with that, I just say yes. Hineni. I will answer the call. And so it is. So just take a deep breath. I'm going to invite Lori and the band back up. And I want you just to breathe. Just hold this for a minute. And I asked Lori to sing this song because for me, this is one of my theme songs, this dream of building a world that works for everyone, of each one of us saying yes to our dream, and those dreams weaving together to build the world that we want to see.
And you can sit if you'd like, you can stand if you want, as you like. Close my eyes and I can see a world that's waking up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. And they have. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. The brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world would be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things will compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. We don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. And every night I lie in bed, a million colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be a part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong. Say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see, close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make. Breathe it in, breathe it in, breathe it in, breathe it in. And let it go.
And that's what we're doing here. Whew. So friends, I just want to say thanks again for sharing this morning with us, for bathing in this energy with us. And this is your invitation to support this community, to invest in what we're doing and all that's happening here. And if you want to see what's happening here happen more, this is your opportunity to invest in that happening. So I do want to say thank you to those of you who are pledgers, our sustaining givers, those of you who give regularly online. You make this place happen. And as Leah always wants me to remind you, you can always sign up to pledge. You don't have to wait till our pledge campaign. If you want to do that, come talk to me. I can show you how. But if you have a gift to share with us this morning, do bring that out. And place your hand on your heart and repeat these words after me. For all that I am, for all that I have, for all that I give, for all that I receive, and for all that I dream of. I'm truly grateful. And we're going to, we can pass these now. We're going to start a song in just a minute that we've been doing all weekend. We've got a little bit of movements we've been doing with this song, and think about our different directions and all the elements of the self and all the things you're grateful for as we call this in. So as the bags past you, I'll invite you to stand up and you can move with me as these folks sing. So let's do it.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 We'll continue to do the movements while Scott plays. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
So take another deep breath in, breathe in all that gratitude. And so I just continue the gratitude by speaking a word of gratitude for this community, for this place, for all that is happening here, for the music, for the love, for the connections, for the space, for the food, for everyone and everything that makes this community what it is. I am so grateful for the who that we are becoming. Because we are in the becoming, we are in the lure, we are evolving, we are becoming more than we've ever been before. Each one of us individually and all of us collectively, we are becoming more than we have ever been before. And so in this gratitude, in this expansion, I also just speak a word of gratitude for every financial gift given that supports this place, that allows us to do what we are doing. And I just speak a word of abundance for each and every person who gives, that giving may be multiplied and sent back to you. And then in this gratitude, I lift up the prayers that are on our hearts in this moment. I know what has come into our prayer team through our practitioners in the prayer box, but I know that there's so much more here. And so I just want to speak a word for anyone in this room who's seeking healing in the physical body in any way. If you're already standing, keep standing, but I want you to invite you to stand up, arms open wide, just simply expressing that willingness to allow the wholeness to wash over you. Take another deep breath. If there's anyone here seeking healing or expansion in the areas of abundance, prosperity, or finances, this is your opportunity. Open those arms open wide again, simply signifying to yourself and to life that you are open, you are ready, you are willing to be supported, to have all needs met so that you can fully show up and gift yourself to the world. Say yes. If there's anyone here who's seeking healing in the areas of the heart, in the areas of grief, relationships, or forgiveness, this is your moment. Stand up right now. Place your hands on your heart and then open it wide, symboling to yourself and the universe that your heart is open, that you are ready to expand into the love and the healing and the forgiveness. And to any one of us and to all of us who are truly willing and ready to say, "Here I am." Hineni. We say yes. And so then into this collective consciousness, if there is anyone that you want to include in this energy we've created here together today, this is your invitation to speak those names out loud right now. And I speak a word for Tom, for Karen, for Firefly, Roberta, and so many others. And even as the names continue to whisper silently or even in our hearts and minds, I just speak a word of blessing, knowing that there is only one of us here. That as we hold this energy, as we hold this collective consciousness, that we share it with anyone and everyone because there is only one. And so in gratitude yet again, I just let it be as it already is becoming through us. Let it breathe us. Let us let it be. And so it is. So thank you, my friends, for celebrating here with us this morning. Can we just give some love to Susan and Mohini in the back of the room, holding on all technology, to Melanie and everybody online. Can we just love up these musicians, y'all? Thank you, Sky and Tamara, for holding us in prayer. Thank you to everyone who brought food today. We have one more song. We're going to sing and dance our way out of here. Gitanjali's leading the dances at 12:30, so do stay. We're going to keep praying. There's more prayer to do. Yeah, you're welcome. Love y'all. Here we go.
First floor, right? 1, 2, 3.
We haven't done this one in a while, so we thought we'd bring it back. Think about it. There might be higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is wasted time. Look inside your heart, I'll look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? We walk the line and we try to see, falling behind what could be. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. 'Cause it's that higher love I've been thinking of. The world's turning and we're just hanging on, facing our fear and standing out here alone. It's a yearning and it's real to me. There must be someone who's feeling for me. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? We walk the line and we try to see, falling behind what could be. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. 'Cause it's that higher love I've been thinking of. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring it higher. Bring me a higher love. 'Cause it's that higher love I've been thinking of. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring it higher. Bring me a higher. Bring it on home. 'Cause it's that higher love that I've been thinking of. And it's right here, so don't be confused.
Oh no, maybe it's a wasp. Oh, it is. It is. Oh no. I wanted to touch it, but it's delicate. Oh, I've taken the wasp nest down when I lived in New York. Yeah, that's a really round one. Like the pomegranate. Oh, wow.